everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, so we're finally, I think, gonna start on this fun new saga of junk journals, I think, maybe. Okay, so I was asked if I would think about doing an onion skin journal, but decorated in the way that I decorate. So, I've kind of been hemming and hawing about it all, doing some research, just, looking. So I've mentioned this in a video or two already. One of the big reasons why, if you are looking for an onion skin junk journal, you really don't find them because onion skin paper is, and I found this out, not really in production like it used to be. So if you do find one, it's definitely not going to be junk journalified because, I don't know, or maybe just nobody has really done it yet. So of course, I want to make journals that are affordable and not precious, because, I know the feeling of buying something very expensive and then I'm like, I've got stage fright to even use it. And I've even got some journals that aren't super expensive that I have bought, and I still am kind of a little bit like, I've got stage fright. So I didn't want to do that either. I want to make it something that's accessible and still affordable, to a degree. Junk journals are just expensive anyway, no matter what you're going to do. So it's because of all the time involved. So I went looking for onion skin alternative. Well, first I did find onion. They said it was onion skin. I'm going to keep that paper. I bought some paper. It's fine. It's great for adding into other junk journals, but for an onion skin paper journal, I don't know that it's going to be the best to write on. I tried it, and I didn't really enjoy writing on it, but, to decorate it and have it be like a see-through paper as part of a larger junk journal of papers, that would be great. So I found, seems to be tracing paper is probably the best alternative. And then also I found, it's called, well, they called it medical patterning paper. It's basically tissue paper, but on a roll. And it's a little bit, I think, feels a lot sturdier than tissue paper. So I did find a roll of that, and so I'll show you what I'm kind of gonna try first with that one in just a minute. But then I also picked up, well, I've had tracing paper. That's a lovely sound, isn't it? I haven't done that before. Oh, it feels good. It's nice and thin, and I've got different types of tracing paper, but I went ahead and found some other and ordered that off of Amazon. And so I guess let me kind of walk you through my findings. So this is the Amazon tracing paper that I found, and it just came, it wasn't in a pad like you, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause and turn off my ceiling fan because this is going to be very annoying for everyone involved. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a different fan now. It's actually way better. I might use this going forward. Okay, so hopefully it's not loud for you. Okay, so where was I? So tracing paper. I had some. I found some more. I got a suggestion on a different brand, and I don't have that one, but I found some others that I think will work well. So anyway, this is the Amazon one that I found, and if you're interested, I'd be happy to link it in the description. I'll just go ahead and link it. Well, maybe I won't. I don't know. I've heard negative things about putting links to Amazon into YouTube descriptions. I personally haven't experienced anything bad, but I think I heard someone say that YouTube is cracking down on that, or maybe there's issues with doing that for some reason. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. If you really are curious, I'll think about it. How about that? Okay, so this one is pretty thin, as you can hear. I did a writing test on it, and I'm trying to find that right now. Where did I put that? Oh, over here. So, let's see. I used my fountain pen, and I'd be happy to write on this some more if you want to see. But as you can see, it's pretty see-through. I think writing on it like this was a little bit more challenging just because it's not bound. So it did move around a little bit, and I don't think it would be quite so bad, you know, once it's bound into a journal. But if you want to see, let me zoom in. Hopefully you can see. And I was just writing random things just to see. This is my fountain pen. So, hopefully you could see that. It was very, very zoomed in. Let's try. Let's write a little more. Okay, so it does move just a little bit. It's not as firm. Oh, sorry, you're still zoomed in. It's not as firm as some of the other tracing paper that I had already. So I decided to go ahead and just tea dye this, and I'm going to use this one to decorate and turn into a junk journal, because I think adding some stability with different other thinner papers with this will help it to be a little bit more stable. But as you can see though, I mean, the pen writes very smoothly. I could, well, I was going to do this later, but I could do a pen test if you maybe we'll do that later, but or now I guess too could work. But it's very, you can see, I think it's very much like the onion skin journal. Sorry, oh my gosh, my nails are so dirty for some reason. Oh, I went out and planted some flowers, that's why. Sometimes that just, I forget to put my gloves on when I do that. So anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This was a different color of fountain pen. I had like a brown color in, and then I changed it to this purple. So that's why it's different. But anyway, here's a test of it on tea dyed. I do have a point. I'm sorry. It's just taking me forever to get there. So here is the same tracing paper, but tea dyed. I just took one sheet and fold it in half, and then made a little booklet out of it. And so, as you can see, I tested a bunch of different pens and then writing instruments just to see how it would go. I used, let's see, I used a Sharpie. I used, where's my gel pen? My gel pen. A ballpoint pen was fine. That's pencil, just a regular old number 2 pencil. My fountain pen, which you just saw. I used this distress marker. These are all just what I have in my little carousel on my desk. These are Micron pen equivalents, essentially. It's the Hobby Lobby brand. And so I just tested the different sizes. I have horrible handwriting for brush lettering, so don't judge me on that. And then just because they were handy, I have two Stabilo all pencils, one in black and one in red. So I tested both of those as well. They all dried really quickly. Obviously some of them didn't need to dry. The Stabilo all pencil, let's just do a smudge test. So that's still smudging okay. Let's do a water test. Yep, and it's still doing that just fine. So still reacting the way that you would expect on regular paper. Now I will say this, well, you can see how each of them show through to the other side. The one that did have a problem was the Sharpie. I don't know how well you can see it, but it bled through to this next page. So I guess I will say this as a disclaimer, and I'll say this, I'll show this again when the final journal is all done and it's the final flip through. I wouldn't use a Sharpie on this paper to write on, but it looks like, or it maybe any kind of marker, honestly. This one, the distress marker didn't go through actually, but like any kind of alcohol ink or probably even a Tombow marker, I don't own any of those. Any of those kind, I think I would probably steer clear of, unless you don't care if it bleeds through to the other side. But anyway, so I'm happy to do this test again if you'd like to see how it looks on the reverse page. So I'll just start here. So all pencil, red, all pencil. Here's my fountain pen. Sorry, I forget that it's zoomed in. Okay, so that is something to note. Let me put it on top of here. This is the fountain pen, and it writes well. I mean, it's not as nice as some of my other tracing paper was, but I think it doesn't. I'm a little bit annoyed by this kind of stuff if it's not a good writing situation. So I would say it. If I didn't like it, I would definitely say it. And I honestly didn't mind any of these. So this was Distress marker. I think I need to put this one and store it horizontally, because brush tip. Now, writing with this dull pencil on this cloud of tissue paper might be a little bit challenging, but let's go ahead and try. So this is a pencil, and here you can see it's very faint, and it's pretty hard to read on top of that brush pen from the other side. So I'm not going to do the Sharpie because I don't want to get anything through to this. Here is my gel pen. Now this is the kind of gel pen that has the super fine tip. So I have another one I can try too that's a little bit less fine. This is, here you go, a gel pen. Okay. This one is the Pilot Precise V5 RT. So I'm going to say 0.5. This is another, oh, this one is dying on me. I need to throw this one away. But this one wrote just about the same as the other one. And then finally we have a ballpoint pen. And a ball. Oh my gosh, I can't write. Point pen. Okay, so a couple of things I was worried about is would my pen poke through to the other side. I didn't have that problem. So it's sturdy enough to handle that. Here is kind of how it looks. If you like this kind of look, obviously you wouldn't use all these different kinds of writing utensils on the same page, but I think this one's a go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'm gonna use the leftovers of this to help maybe decorate in here. We'll see. I might not, but I'll still keep it and use it somewhere. But all that said, let me zoom you back out. Here we go. All of that said to say, I think this is going to be a really cool journal when it comes to being done. So I've got a bunch of, okay, so I started talking about all these other things and then I just totally didn't finish that thought. So, so we're going to decorate this tonight, or it's tonight for me, during this video. But as I was looking through all my other things, I found I had some Seth Cole tracing paper that I guess I must have picked up at Tuesday morning a long time ago. So here is what that one is. If you want to see what the deets are on that one. So this is, it's just called regular tracing paper. Now this one, it's sturdier. It's a little bit more like a glassine bag in a way. I felt like writing on this one was a whole lot more enjoyable than the other one. So this is my gel pen. I think your gel pens, fountain pens, those kinds of pens will stay wet longer, but it's dry now. So it's not, oh, that's from the all pencil. It's not from, let me use my other finger. It's not smearing at all. Let me grab my fountain pen. So, and I'll just write on the other side. And like I said, this is all just a bunch of gobbledygook that I was just kind of stream of conscious. Okay, so this is my fountain. There's an eye in fountain pen. Okay, so just like the gel pen, it's still slightly wet, but it's dry now, and it's not smudging at all. So long story short, I will be making another journal using this tracing paper because I just felt like it was so nice to write on it, and I don't think I'll tea dye this one. I think I'll do the tea dyeing on that other paper, and we'll just leave this as it is. And then you maybe saw also while I was at Hobby Lobby, these were on sale, so I picked up these. These are half price, and I thought, well, let's go ahead and give this one a shot and see if it's like the Seth Cole, because this is all I have of this Seth Cole. I don't know that I can find that again as easily, but this one I definitely can. And when I looked at it, it sure reminded me of vellum, but very thin vellum papers. So this actually might be even a little bit nicer to work with. So I might try my hand at junk journaling a journal of this kind too. So let's just go ahead and try this out and see how it goes. Okay. This is my gel pen. Whoop. This is my fountain pen. Isn't it funny when you write, or I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm writing with something fancier like fountain pen, I write in cursive. I don't think I ever really write non-cursive with a fountain pen. It's hard for me to do. Let's try. Oh, see, I immediately go right into cursive. Let's try not writing in cursive. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it's again, it's very nice. It's very nice to write on, actually. It's very much like the Seth Cole was. I think this one would do well for junk journaling on too. So, this is my gel pen. Here is my fountain pen. Okay. I don't know that I want to try the other pens yet on this. Yeah, it wasn't quite dry, but still it didn't smudge really. So I think it looks pretty darn good. So I think this is what I'm going to do for these onion skin journals. Now, after saying that, I should probably say which one this one is. This is Master's Touch. And then this one is, yeah, you can hear the difference. So this one is definitely more like vellum. Boy, that's interesting. Definitely different. And then this one is the Seth Cole. Well, I have a feeling I'll use this one for, I'll do some naked journals with this, and then maybe naked journals with this as well, but also at least one junk journal. I say that, and then if I ever get them all done, we'll see. I also have, and don't get excited because it's not going to happen, this, which I have had since the 80s, if not longer. This is typewriter paper. It's like gold. Here's the deets on this one. Medium weight. So this is, I absolutely love it. It's just fantastic. I will add it into junk journals as just another page or something, but it's kind of yellowing. It's got a watermark. I don't know if you can even see that in the camera, but I tested this as well, and this would make a great journal too, all by itself, if it wasn't so hard to find. I mean, I went looking for typewriter paper like this, and this thing, something like this, is going for $30-$40, and that's just crazy talk. I mean, I can't do that. So anyway, so there's all that. I also was ripping up some of that medical patterning paper, which I have my roll right here. This is the roll that I bought. And so it comes on this nice long roll with lots and lots on there. So as I was kind of ripping that up, to prepare to go tea diet, I came upon a really fun idea, and then I think I'll turn this into a journal as well. But as you can see, kind of a different size. So here's going to be the cover. This is going to be the spine. So it'll be a pretty thin spine. It's going to be a naked journal. But I ripped it in a way, I don't know how well you can see this here. Let me do this instead. I ripped it in a way that it's very jaggedy, and the pages are all uneven and stuff. So I think this would be a really fun journal, honestly. So I'll be putting this together as well. Really, all I have to do is finish the cover, decorating the cover, and I'm trying to decide how I want to do that, and then sew in the signatures essentially. But I'm going to do this one as a naked journal, and I did test writing on this paper as well. It's very much like the Amazon paper was to write on, but a little bit better, I think, because it's just so soft. I think that's one reason why it's a little bit more challenging. But I have this piece here, so we could test this piece. Let's see. I've got a smaller piece. I'll write on this smaller piece. So get my pen turned the right way. This is my fountain pen. And so it writes very much like, I'd say the Amazon one, but a little bit better. It's somewhere in between the Amazon one and the Seth Cole. It's definitely not as sturdy as that Master's Touch one. This is my gel pen. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to do this as a separate video. It's kind of like an introduction to decorating this journal that we're going to work on. Because anyone who comes to the decorating journal is not going to want to sit through all of what I just did. So if you're curious in this journal, here's a little bit more information. And I'll reference it to later. But, oh, okay, so it did bleed through. I don't know how well you can see that, but the fountain pen did bleed through. Interesting. Well, maybe I need to rethink this. The gel pen was okay. No, maybe... Let's see. I'm going to fold this so it doesn't ruin the rest of that paper. Let's try... Here is the Distress marker. Yeah, it bled through on that one too. Okay, so I'm gonna rethink that one. Bummer, man, because that looked really cool. I thought for sure that would be a fantastic. Well, maybe you'll get a pen to use along with the journal, because I have some nice pens that I could put with the journal. I'll test some more on this one and let you know how it goes. So, but here's the back side. So it's very see-through as well, like the others were. Let me show you. I'm really curious. Writing on the back side. Yeah, it's pretty hard to read. This is not the kind of journaling for me, and it's very much showing through. So, okay, well, I'm going to rethink that one. This one might not be a good candidate for this kind of thing. So I'll kind of think through that a little bit more, and I guess I'll let you know what I come up with on that. So, okay guys, well, I think I'll go ahead and end this video and then jump right into decorating this for making into a junk journal. So I'll see you soon.